right? If it's like, because they probably had to pay just for those like if they had to pay for like certain types of trailers, right? Wouldn't that have to be wouldn't they then have to wouldn't like a big production company just like essentially go like, hey, how about we'll do this, we'll let you stream the trailers, but only if you stream our movies and only
Yeah,
us.
right? Like, look, you just have
That
to
kind of
stream
thing,
these
right?
movies in the house of Gucci. Oh, yeah,
Oh
by the
my,
way, hey,
oh,
I might
there's a
have not have been
segue.
recording this entire opening bit. I just looked at my
Oh
thing.
my god.
I just looked at
Oh
my
my
thing,
god.
and I realized that there was no time. So that entire opening segment about bodies and Nicole Kidman and AMC Code completely worthless now.
Okay, well, welcome to. Oh, I guess I don't know how we have to resync this right now. Then
Yeah, let's
just delete
resync this. Let's do in recording resyncing. This is just gonna be in the final
Okay,
audio
hold
bit
on.
of this video.
Just for real though. Am I?
No, just keep going. It's too late. It's literally too late. I don't want to restart it. Because I don't want to start that opening bit again about bodies. Right? About where we hit those bodies, right? And the clues, right?
Yeah,
And the treasure, and the treasure, right? Like, look. I put a lot of effort talking about the clues and the treasure and where to find them. I'm not gonna repeat any of that, all right? So if the audience wants to look for the treasure, they have to figure it out themselves now, right? These are the hints I'm giving to find the treasure. Nicole Kidman, that's it. Doug, take it however you want.
Just Nicole Kidman.
That's your only hint for the treasure, alright? To find the treasure I have hidden on this earth.
Nice, alright.
It is the greatest treasure the world has ever seen. It will change history, some would even say.
We really should be resyncing.
Yeah, look, I think we're good. I think I can audio sync at this point, right?
Are you sure? Okay.
Alright, fine. Here, we'll do it. Alright, we're gonna resync in 3, 2, 1. Nicole.
Gucci.
Alright, yep, that works. Alright, yeah. See, look, okay, now we're resync, but yeah. But like I said, yeah. If you want my treasure, look for Nicole Kidman. She has the map. Uh-oh, that's another hint. Now you know you actually have to go talk to Nicole Kidman about it.
Well, you know what? There you go. God, this is like that confusing bit where I'm like, are we recording now? I don't know.
Boy, hey, I am actually double checking my audio to make sure I'm still recording. Yep, I am still recording.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're good. Now we can officially be like, okay, we are actually the House of Gucci.
That's right. We are now in the House of Gucci. Some would say.
That also reminds me, I should bring up the Wikipedia page. But yeah, this was actually a pretty good movie, you know. I actually really like this a good bit.
Yeah. Hey, well, man, what a great Ridley Scott movie, I hope we don't get disappointed by another Ridley Scott movie that comes out in 2021, right?
Yeah, honestly, and I kind of wish I said this. Honestly, that movie would have benefited a lot better if it was just through Marguerite's perspective.
Well, I have no idea because this is getting uploaded first, right? This is on because I've already set out all the editing files and everything, and this is on schedule to be released first. Boy, hey, this is such a great. What's the good thing I love about this movie called House of Gucci? Mm-hmm. It has Adam Driver in it, right? I'm really glad Adam Driver is in it. I would be like, and that he's in no other Ridley Scott based movie. I think this is the perfect Adam Driver Ridley Scott movie that exists, right? I would be shocked if he ever appeared in another Ridley Scott movie.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be a surprise?
Yeah, that would be a surprise, right? If it actually ever happens, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, but it couldn't possibly.
It could never possibly happen, right? And I won't know for another week until our next recording session for next week's movie, right?
What a shame.
I would never know about that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Anyway, so talking.
Okay. Stall long enough to make this an opening zinger. All right.
Oh, okay. I forgot that with the whole bit. Oh, anyway, no, that pass hasn't happened. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, basically, we're talking about House of Gucci, real life crime drama.
Boy, hey,
kind of fucking
rich
wild.
people problem. All right. This is all rich people problem.
That is also very true.
Right? See, this is why I'm glad I'm not rich, so I don't have to deal with rich people problem, right?
But now you have to deal with poor people problems.
Oh boy, hey, would I rather have? Boy, hey, here's the thing, right, William? Would I rather be rich and be killed, or would I rather be poor and die? Right? Those are the ultimatums.
That's the same result.
Those are the ultimatums.
That's the same result at the end. What are you talking?
Right? That is what the path of each side leads. If you're rich, you get killed. If you're poor, you just die. Right?
Oh, so at least in one you die peacefully, and in the other one you just straight up get murdered.
I don't know if you die peacefully if you're poor, right? I feel like you're gonna die a slow, deprecating death, right? Like,
Yo, hold on, hold on, because the thing is, I just noticed, and I'm sorry to honestly derail that, but like the fact I just noticed that Jared Leto was in this movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize Jared Leto was in this movie until I was reading about this movie, honestly.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it right now. I was like, what? Who was he? And then it's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Yeah. He was good for this. Anyway, so before we get into anything else any further, into any further tangents I, as per usual, shall read to you the plot synopsis as provided for us by the movie's Wikipedia article.
Yeah,
So, here we go. In 1978, Patrizia Reggiani, and I'm gonna butcher these names.
These are Italian names, alright? So look. These are all fictitious names, alright? So it doesn't matter,
So apologies in advance. In 1978, Patrizia Reggiani is a young, attractive Italian woman working as an office manager within her father's small trucking firm. At a party, Patrizia meets Maurizio Gucci, a law student and heir to a 50% interest in the Gucci fashion house through his father, Rodolfo. Patrizia aggressively pursues the awkward Maurizio, charming him into love. Rodolfo warns Maurizio that Patrizia is only after wealth and tells Maurizio that he will disinherit him if he marries Patrizia. Maurizio chooses Patrizia over his connection to Gucci, leaving the family. Patrizia and Maurizio marry, and Maurizio takes a job at the Reggiani Trucking Company. God, they really have me just repeating their names. This is a nightmare for me right now. Anyway, when Patrizia becomes pregnant, she sees her child as an avenue for familial reconciliation. She lets it slip to Maurizio's uncle Aldo that she is pregnant. Aldo is delighted by the news and takes the couple under his wing. Aldo introduces Patrizia to his unintelligent son Paolo, who aspires to be a designer within Gucci despite his lack of talent. Thanks to Aldo, Maurizio and a terminally ill Rodolfo reconcile shortly before the latter's death. Rodolfo writes Maurizio back into his will, but fails to sign a document transferring the Gucci shares to him before he dies. Patrizia forges Rodolfo's signature.
That's not good. Don't do that. You get in legal trouble for doing that.
Yeah, right? God. I mean, imagine just figuring that, man, this document signed after the death of the owner. Odd, But, God, I cannot believe. Anyway, getting back into it. Patrizia starts to devise a plot to obtain a controlling interest in Gucci by acquiring some of Aldo and Paolo's shares, to two hold the other 50% interest. She clashes with Aldo over the firm's clandestine sale of cheap, fake Gucci products in the black market and begins to consult, and this is where I'm going to butcher
Pina, right?
Someone's name. Giuseppina.
Yeah,
Pina,
I know Pina.
A psychic for guidance. Yeah. She manipulates Maurizio, who has little real interest in Gucci, into taking a more active role within the company. Paolo acquires proof that Aldo has been evading taxes in the United States. He gives the proof to Patrizia in exchange for her promise that he will be allowed to design his own line. Aldo is arrested by the IRS and sentenced to a year and a day in prison. Patrizia lies to the Italian police and tells them that Paolo is not authorized to use the Gucci trademark. The police stop his fashion show by force. Patrizia and Maurizio ask Paolo to sell them his shares, but he rebuffs them and cuts ties between them. Italian police ransack Maurizio's house and attempt to arrest Maurizio for forging Rodolfo's signature. Maurizio's family flee to Switzerland, where Maurizio meets his old friend Paola Franchi. After an argument between Maurizio and Patrizia, Maurizio decides that he is tired of his wife's influence on himself and the company. He orders his wife and daughter to return to Italy and begins an affair with Paola, which Pina seemingly senses. That bit was weird, I gotta tell you. But we'll make a note of that. When Maurizio's business plans harm the company, he seeks assistance from equity company Investacorp, through which he hatches a scheme to acquire shares of the company from a now impoverished Paolo. Aldo returns from prison and immediately realizes what Paolo has done. When Investacorp offers to buy Aldo out, he refuses until Maurizio reveals himself as the deal's instigator. Dejected, Aldo sells the shares and cuts contact with Maurizio. Patrizia attempts a reconciliation with Maurizio, but he flatly ignores her. Later, he asks Patrizia for a divorce through his longtime assistant Domenico De Sol, which Patrizia refuses. Maurizio recruits up-and-coming designer Tom Ford to revitalize the company's image through a new line. Ford's products are successful, but Maurizio has so thoroughly mismanaged the company that, by 1997, Investacorp's leaders feel compelled to buy him out, replacing him with Ford and De Sol. Patrizia eventually grows so furious with Maurizio that she asks Pina to help her kill him. Pina puts Patrizia in contact with two hitmen. A few days later, the hitmen shoot Maurizio to death in broad daylight outside his office. Closing intertitles describe the fate of the remaining characters. Aldo died of prostate cancer in 1990, and Paolo died in poverty shortly following the sale of their shares to Maurizio. Patrizia, Pina, and the hitmen are sentenced to long prison terms following their arrest for murder. Gucci is finally acquired by Investacorp and successfully managed into the present. No Gucci family members remain at the company. And that's the plot synopsis.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a lot just to hear from the plot synopsis, but honestly, for me, at least for the movie, in terms of enjoyment, I generally actually enjoyed this a good bit more than the last duel, if we were doing comparisons, right? Now it might have also helped the fact that like the first 40 minutes of the film, and I checked because I was wondering, fly by. Because in the beginning they very quickly set things up with there's like the beginning and the monologue, setting up how, basically what's going to happen or hinting at what's going to happen, and then you get the sense of Patrizia's character. Well, I say character. Well, she is a character in the movie, real person. This all actually happened, which is still wild as shit to me. But yeah, it's it really goes along in just really speeding, like we go through quick cuts of Patrizia and Maurizio's relationship that happens in the beginning, and how it's like this whirlwind romance, which they do quickly go through and everything, and then there's Maurizio and his subsequent falling. Their whole relationship is very fast paced and lively, and it goes by quick.
Yeah.
Like those 40 minutes, you just don't really notice at all. At least I didn't notice it. So then we set that all up, and then of course, because with the way we know how the story goes, it's very much like the character rags to riches to prison.
Yeah, but don't worry, she's out of prison now, and she's planning her next hit, so it's fine.
Was she actually out of prison?
Yeah, I looked it up. I was really curious about her fate, and she's out of prison. And next, she's gonna go over she's gonna go after the next family, Tiffany's, alright? She's gonna show it to Tiffany's, alright? Oh yeah, by the way, found out Gucci wasn't a made-up word because of this movie.
Oh, you didn't
I legitimately thought this time Gucci was just straight up a made-up word, like Louis Vuitton, Tiffany's, Rolex, right? Mercedes,
it's
Toyota. I thought all that was just made-up words that some guy in a suit said. That sounds like a real word. Let's call it that, right? Right?
Yeah. Okay.
As you know, I don't trust corporations and their interests. Right? How do I know that company is actually named Disney? Right? What is the origin of that word? Right? Right, I don't trust. Like, whenever I see a company's name, I'm like, I don't trust that company. That's not a real word, right? Right? I'd never trust a company when I see their name, you know, right? Because I don't know what it means. I don't know the origins, right? It could be made up,
Like
created by a guy in a
Haagen-Dazs.
suit from marketing, you know, right?
No, that's exactly Haagen-Dazs, isn't it? Isn't that exactly
is that what
Haagen-Dazs?
Is Haagen-Dazs actually straight up a made up word?
No, like if I remember correctly, it was either that or something else. But I'm pretty sure it was Haagen-Dazs where it was stated that like it just sounds German. It's not actual German. It's fake as shit. It's just made up shit.
Thought to be he thought to be a Danish sounding name, Haagen-Dazs, as a tribute.
Oh, Danish.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
So yeah, it sounds like it, but it's not real. So actually, the fact that you actually have a legitimate point just blows my mind.
That's it. I don't trust companies, you know. And look, as a poor American, I don't trust the rich or the elites, right? Because they're just scheming to oppress me, right? And they live in their lavish lifestyle while I have to work the 9 to 5 and pay taxes every year while they get away for free.
Yeah, man. Why can't we get away for free?
Yeah.
From time
Why
to
can't
time?
we not pay our taxes, right?
Yeah. Why can't we just say, hey, maybe tomorrow?
Why can't I just say I already paid it? You know.
If only we had the power of money, Austin, right? Then we could do all that.
If only we were part of a dynasty of rich corporate people, you know, right? And we're able to get away with this type of stuff, right? Right? You know how great it would be if I could just not pay my workers, right? And have them work have them work in a factory for free and pee in a bottle and everything, right? While I make money off of their suffering.
You just rake in all the cash and get to do what you want. You could buy an island.
Right? I could buy an island, right? And invite all my closest friends to come over, right? Right? Like my friend Jeff, hang out. Or my other friend Andrew, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wait, I forgot. You know? We actually have my new mutual friend named Jeff.
It's okay. We all know we're not talking about.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, we never talk about Jeff like that, right?
Yeah.
Or our other friend, Cannibal Gary, right?
Oh God, I forgot about
you can never forget about Cannibal Gary, whatever. He is the most important person in our life, all right? If it weren't for him, we would never be friends, all right?
Okay, well, that's
the Cannibal Gary lore for our audience, all right? Cannibal Gary brought us together, all right?
It's lore for them, not for us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just in case so they know, right? Our entire existence was thanks to Cannibal Gary, you know.
Wait, our entire existence? That I didn't know.
Yeah.
Why?
Cannibal Gary is a very influential person, you know.
How directly influential?
Look.
Is it? Yeah. Wait. Is he like okay? Is he like Marty McFly involved, or is he like Fry from Futurama?
Boy, that's a good question, you know, right? Hey, he has shown us a picture of his dad from years ago when we see him, right? And he looks very, very similar to his dad, right? Almost as if they were the same person, you know, right? Right? And he does have a lot of watches and clocks in his house. Almost as if he's just been calculating and looking at times all the time, you know, right?
I would love. Do you think he's Zeus?
What? Is he Zeus?
But no, because because the reason I say it is because because of the two scenarios, like if he goes through one of them, right? It kind of gives off that feeling that it feels like a Zeus situation. Like only Zeus could have fallen for that shit, or only Zeus would have ended up in that situation because sex. You know.
Right.
It just feels like a very Zeus thing to me for some reason, especially when I just have Greek mythology on the mind.
Oh, well, boy, hey, what's you have a big interest in Greek mythology all of a sudden?
Okay, look, everyone makes memes about this shit. Have you seen the memes
about Zeus?
Everyone memes Zeus. He's a fucking meme. There's memes about Greek mythology.
Oh boy, hey,
there's memes about Christian mythology. It's wild. It's a wild internet out there.
Oh, is it?
Anyway, we've really gone off
Oh
topic.
yeah, boy, hey, this is super off. This is like an actual point of off topic. Hey, by the way, Lady Gaga's also in this movie, and I did not realize it was Lady Gaga until like I said, it's like the same with Jared Leto. Until I looked it up, I was like, boy, who the fuck? Man, this actress playing Patricia.
Patricia. They probably said it in a certain way, but
Patricia, right? I didn't realize it was Lady Gaga until I looked it up. Right? Then I forget that Lady Gaga can be a real actress, right? It's an actual.
Yeah, honestly, it's a surprise. It's just like, well, here's the thing, for clarification, I haven't seen Lady Gaga in really much anything.
Right, like the only other movie I know she was in was that movie with Bradley Cooper, right? Fuck.
Oh, A Star
Yeah,
Is
and
Born.
I've never seen that movie, so I have no idea, right? So this is actually my first introduction to her acting, right? I was like, man, this is right. I was like, I had no idea who Lady Gaga can legitimately act like this.
Honestly, it's a surprise. Like, she actually put work in her voice, and just like her general, like, she's like, basically, she was able to get like tears out for like some scenes, you know, and it was actually like, okay, no, she's actually acting here. I'm not even like later on when as I'm watching, I'm watching this, and sometimes I'll be like, I forgot that's Lady Gaga, because it's just like you get put into the character. Just watching her play that character is like, this is pretty good performance. This is actually really solid, you know. It's a surprise. It's very pleasant, you know. It's kind of like that thing where like. Well, at least for me, it was like it's kind of like with Tom Holland. You kind of don't expect the range, but then you watch it and you're like, oh, that's actually pretty good. I have faith in their ability as an actor. So that's basically how she came up to me with this. So it's very impressive. That's for certain. Adam Driver also.
I was
very
legitimately impressed with Lady Gaga's first movie.
You know, where he's playing the very meek and shy Maurizio. Oh. Yeah, I mean they also played off each other very well.
Okay, yes, my audio's back.
It's very good chemistry.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh wait, did we have an audio thing? I guess we had an audio thing.
No. I heard everything you said. You know, I heard everything you were saying. Right.
Okay, cool. Because I was going on by the fact that like Adam Driver also very fucking solid performance. It was very seeing Adam Driver in a role that is considered a meek, because most of my experience from what I've seen from Adam Driver is mainly like Star Wars, and I don't remember what else I've seen him in, so I can only really
I've been knowing Adam Driver was a real actor, right? Ever since I saw him, ever since he's been on SNL, right? I know he was a real actor, all right? that is how I knew Adam Driver was a real actor, because of SNL, all right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's nice for you. I didn't watch SNL like that back in the day.
Okay. Hey, boy, hey, you need to watch the Medieval Times sketch with him. All right. That is like.
I mean, I saw the the undercover boss.
Yeah, that's like that's like one of like the two things that everyone talks about when you talk about Adam Driver SNL. But I'm gonna tell you, like, my personal favorite Adam Driver is the Medieval Times. Like, that thing is really fucking great. Hold on, I'm gonna link this to you, dude.
The Medieval Times.
Yeah, this is a great sketch. This is when they announced the last duel everyone was making jokes of. All right.
Oh, okay.
Like even in the comments they're like, oh boy, they're making the last duel joke.
Oh my god.
Hey, screw. All
right, that's a lot though. So I'm gonna focus on that later.
But that's a good sketch.
But yeah, it's just again just seeing him playing a meek and shy character, and then watching that character grow more full of confidence later on is actually pretty fucking cool. But it's also really nice to see how like Lady Gaga took her character from humble beginnings to like riches, and then the downfall was actually pretty fucking good. Especially like she really does make like from beginning to end, like from the pleasant opening shot with her, like how like life was all idyllic and, you know, it was fine and stuff. She may not have had everything, but she was happy.
Yeah.
To the end where she's just like in court, and then she says, she call me Gucci, just to like it was a very fine point on her character, just a very fine pin on the end that was Patrizia Reggiani.
Right.
She just played that very well. Like I honestly, I'm like, if Lady Gaga was like any not so good at acting and was still in this role, it would not have worked. And honestly, like for what I'm seeing, I'm not entirely certain anybody else could do it the way she did it here. When she just happens to fit the role perfectly for me, But aside from that, I mean, it's a very good story.
I did not know that the story of Gucci was this crazy.
I mean, old families, like they said in the movie, family business, family problems, and it was like holy shit, just like one little spat and everything just like tumbled like a house of fucking cards, dude.
Right?
Like, holy shit.
Hey, look, it turns out rich people just wants to be more rich than non-rich people, right?
Yeah, it's like money gets in the way sometimes.
And some would say that money is the root of all problems, right? 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 That is something people should think about, right? Is money the root of all problems, right? Why has no one brought this discussion up, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
This should be something that we should discuss about,
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a wonder why we haven't had discussions about the class system and what we can do about it.
Right? Hey, I think we should do something about the rich, alright? I think we need to stop the rich.
Okay, hold on. But what do you suggest?
Remember what I was talking about earlier in recording about dead bodies, right?
You mean the lost audio files? Yeah, what about that?
Hey, we should make rich people spend all their money looking for dead bodies, telling them they'll get more money by doing it, right? Right? Tell them to spend all their money on bunch of expensive machineries and go to forests and ocean and start digging them up just to look for more dead bodies. That will deal with the rich, right? That's how we'll make all the rich by burning all their money in the forest, right? Burning down and getting rid of every tree to look for dead bodies that doesn't exist, for a treasure that will solve the problem, right? Right? Yeah, right?
Sure, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that works. If you think about it, that's how we deal with the rich.
Okay. Well, Jesus, where do I go from there? I don't know how to go from that, man. That was a lot. Okay. Well, I mean, Al Pacino's great. He's a small role. Jeremy Irons is the same.
Wait, was Jeremy Irons in this movie as well?
Yeah, he was the old father.
Was that who Jeremy Irons? Oh boy, once again, it goes to the fact that I didn't recognize who the fuck any of these characters are.
He's like the most recognizable one. I mean, look at his face, dude. That's like honestly, that's a Jeremy Irons face. Like, it can't be anybody else, my guy.
Yeah, you're right. When you put it like that, yeah, right. I might have had this movie in the background when I was doing something, right? Right. I might have been playing some video games in the background, right? I might have been having a wild hunt. Some could have said, right? Right. Now I'm on my full Death March playthrough of the game. Oh, by the way, by the way, Death March not that hard. People are just babies, all right?
People are just babies.
Yeah. Video games aren't hard. Just stop being bad, all right?
Oh my god, this is such a humble brag I'm hearing.
I don't know why people are complaining about hard games. Just don't die, right?
I mean, it would help if the system, the combat system for like a wild hunt was a lot better.
Hey, look, dodge roll, alright? Just slowly backtrack, just slowly awkwardly dodge out the way when you dodge, when you just take like 3 steps backwards, right? That's it. That's all you have to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you make it sound that simple, but hey, sometimes it's hard to press buttons.
Yeah, just memorize where the buttons are, right?
Right. But oh yeah, so back on
Yeah.
point. Jared Leto.
Yeah.
I still like. I did
I
not
did
realize
not
until
realize
I
that was
checked the
Jared Leto
Wikipedia
either, right?
page. Like it was really weird. Like I will say though, he did try like to give him credit as much as I dislike Jared Leto because he's a fucking cult leader in the making.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Okay.
and look, it's a thing. It's bound to get bad at some
Hey, look,
point.
look, don't worry. Look, hey, look, don't worry. Hey, look, at some point, Jared Leto will learn that the coronavirus is a thing. All right, so.
God, I still cannot believe it was a sabbatical or something. You said, right? Like 3 months. Yeah, Jesus, I still can't believe he just like went away and like, oh
and
shit.
then he came back.
The real world's having problems.
And look, don't worry. Look, he's gonna be a vampire soon at some point. All right.
Well, that or he'll method act into a cave.
Look. Boy, hey, yeah, you saw that poster for Morbius? That is such an ugly poster. Holy.
I actually haven't.
Have you not?
I actually haven't seen the Mobius poster.
Boy, it looks really. Oh wait, can I get a better resolution? I'm trying to get a.
Is it actually that bad?
I'm gonna try to. Boy, okay, this Wikipedia because I have a good. I'm gonna try to find the fucking full quality. This thing looks really fucking bad. Like in terms of poster design, this shit looks really fucking bad. Right? Like, this actually might be one of the worst poster design I've ever fucking seen.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look great. It kind of feels like what's the word you call it? What is it I'm calling for? What's the word? Like an old like DVD that you might find at a 7-Eleven, just off brand, and you just like don't know what it.
I just can't get over the fucking eyes. Well, hold on, zoom in on this poster to where the eyes are, and it's actually more comical when you zoom in.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
like so weird, awkwardly detailed, right? To the point where I thought.
No, you want to know what they? No. Look, if you look at it, they literally just took like one eye, and I think they just flipped it because that's just how it looks to me.
No, that is true. Boy, this is not a good-looking poster.
I don't know. They're always caught slacking on the posters. I don't know why.
Such a fucking weird poster.
But yeah, it doesn't help. Wait. When is that release date real on there?
April 1st. Yep.
That's not a joke.
I know. What do you mean?
Right?
No, this is a real movie. This is a real movie. What do you mean? This is a.
No.
Sony would never joke about Morbius, the living vampire, everyone's favorite Spider-Man villain. Right?
God, I haven't even heard of this guy.
What,
man.
Morbius? You never heard of Morbius?
No, I've never heard of Morbius.
Boy,
what is it? Is it a surprise that I just don't know who Morbius is?
Well, to be fair, no one gives a fuck. To be fair, Morbius has been more just fighting Blade most of the time, right? Right, because Blade's the vampire hunter, right? It's really fucking weird how they make Morbius like part of Spider-Man's rogue gallery, right? But then all of a sudden he's Blade's mortal enemy, right?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this doesn't make sense because this is like, then like. He's a spider and he's a bat. I mean, I guess for one thing, I guess like sort of makes sense. But if you're gonna if you're gonna make them like of the rogue gallery, why not just keep him as the main villain?
Right. Hey, what you're saying is Spider-Man needs to fight another bat-based. Needs his own bat-based Superman, right? A man who's a bat, right?
Man.
Yeah, that's a stupid name. No one in their right mind will ever use this as a villain's name, right?
Actually, isn't Man-Bat an actual thing in the comics?
That is one of Batman's actual role gallery's villain.
Oh god, really? Jesus! Oh my god. So I guess technically, by way of copyright, you can't do that either. Fuck me. I forgot where we were.
Yeah, Jared Leto's weird.
I know
all right.
What we're talking about. Yeah, Jared Leto. Right. Oh wow. How did we get from there to here?
We got to Jared Leto being a leader of a vampire. Right, being a cult leader. We went to Morbius.
Yeah,
we talk about Morbius and vampires and Blade. Stuff like that.
Oh yeah. No. Okay. No. Yeah. I can see the telephone wire. All right. So. Anyway. I mean, like it's solidly well acted, you know, and again, solidly shot. Ridley Scott does know what he's doing when it comes to when it comes to being behind the camera. He's again a real good hand on that with the camera there. He knows where to place a shot and how to go about.
Yeah, like this movie was way more interesting to me than when we were watching The Last Duel, right?
I think it helps that there's a lot more vibrancy in the characters and there's a lot more variety. Whereas in like The Last Duel, it was just rather one note and static, you know, and it just kind of just feels kind of flat, especially with how the dialogue is written in that movie.
Right.
And here, it helps that for one, this is based off a book, right? And it's like with the book, you and these are real people, so the dialogue is, would be fairly accurate, I would think, or at least would be easy to like re-engineer or think about like how it would actually have went, know. And it's just like it's a lot better in that sense, the way it just keeps you engaged.
Right.
But yeah, the story is again very solid. I love the movie. It's a very good movie. And it's not so much if you're looking for like a deep crime thing, like they're going through like the steps of how I guess is the word the comparison I'm looking for is more like what do you call it, like true crime, I think they actually called it, or like real life crimes.
Yeah,
so it doesn't go exactly by that route. It's literally just it's not told as a crime drama, although it is a crime drama. It's it's told more like through like as a rise and fall kind of way.
Right, yeah.
But in doing so, it's just focused on the characters and the motivations, how each action leads into one another, and they do some good nice setups along the way, like with like Patrizia's signature, and then of course with the missing signature, she does that, and it leads into some other things, and then it just becomes a whole thing down the line, and of course actions have consequences, everything's set up, that kind of thing. And again, these are real life events, so the story's set up, so it's fine. I mean, honestly, it's just a really good crime drama. This movie
was way more exciting than I gave it out for, right? Like I said, I had no idea about any of this Gucci backstory, because as you know, I am a working class who cannot afford Gucci and cannot live in the privileged lifestyle of being able just to buy stupid Gucci products, right? So I had no idea this movie has such a fucking wild history, right? Right, and the sad reality that was for what's his name, Maurizio, right? Maurizio? Yeah, right. Like how
you feel
like he never wanted to be a part of this fucking lifestyle, right? Yeah. Because it's like the story about like how people were sons of like big corporations, like, oh boy, hey, I don't want to be part of this big corporate lineage, right?
Yeah, and his family's also kind of like high strung and just like filled with tension and shit. And then of course he meets Patrizia, and then it's just like they move away, and they're like, oh yeah, this is the happiest he'll ever be. Then of course she being and I understand I can understand it. The whole like, oh, I want to be rich, I want to have everything.
Right. Look. Hey, it turns out, William, a lot of people don't want to be poor, right? Who would have thought?
Yeah, right? Who would have thought? But God, yeah, it's just really a sad story, honestly. Especially considering like it could have been like real love at some point, but then it just like turned sour at the end of it, and it's just really sad. But yeah, I mean, it's a good. I honestly kind of wish that we kind of saw like a reaction on how the daughter would have been raised in all this, but I guess that's a movie on its own. But anyway, it was a really good movie. It's very solid. I do give it a recommend.
Hey, look! Out of the two Ridley Scott movies that came out in 2021, this is a movie where I would put my phone down, right, and watch. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Right? This is a movie where I would not be a millennial, right? If there was time forever not to be a millennial, it would be watching this movie, right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's right. This is a movie that even millennials would enjoy, you know, right?
That even millennials, yeah, exactly. They could at least
Millennials,
have
hey,
enough
look,
of
look,
an
look, look. Hey,
atmosphere to
it
go
turns
through
out
it.
millennials love crime drama, right? If only you could have it. Oh wow, that looks really fucking ugly. Jesus, holy shit, that looks really fucking bad. I have to.
Are you? What
I
the
am
hell are you
looking at
looking at that's
something
causing you to
that's
react
gonna
like
be
this?
relevant in like 5 minutes for us. Holy shit. Yeah,
Okay.
I decided to visit a specific subreddit that relates to a topic we talked about, and there's a scan leak right now for next month's contact. Oh boy,
Oh.
holy
Okay.
wow, that shit looks really fucking bad.
Wait. Okay. I guess you'll post it afterwards. I want to know now. The curiosity is killing me.
Boy,
Oh yeah. What was your point though? What was your point?
holy shit, I actually lost my point of thoughts because I just saw how.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, yeah, I said I really enjoy watching. Boy, this was actually an interesting drama for me, right? Like I said, as a person with no fucking knowledge of this Gucci shit, right? Except for that, it's just overpriced white people, white people stuff, right? This overpriced elitism, right? Of the wealthy, of the wealth, right? And it shows the wealth gap, right? Like, yeah, it's literally a story about like how boy, I want to. Is Icarus a good analogy to use in this case, right?
In terms of Patrizia, then yeah, I would say so. Sure.
Right, like I was like, hey, look, these people was just trying to get out of the pit, right? But then they just went back down it, right? You know.
No, I mean, wait, what pit? Does
No,
Icarus
there's
fly
not
out
pit.
of the
Okay,
pit?
like I was like, that's okay. Yeah, so Icarus.
No, he flies up towards the sun. His wings are made of wax, and then when he flew too close, they melt, and then he falls.
Yeah, and also, hey, Bop
falling short of his
It in this fucking thing. The stupid. Hey, remember the 70s and the cool toys of the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a cool 70s toys in it in this rare. Also, hey. So, you know that scene when he fucking rides his motorcycle to Switzerland or whatever the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that scene was funny as
I was
shit.
like, how close is his house to the fact that he could just fucking get on his motorcycle and just drive to Switzerland? Or whatever.
Well,
Wait,
I mean,
was it
to be fair...
I don't think it was Switzerland. I think it was like Poland, I think.
It may have been Switzerland. I think Switzerland's the one with the plus, right? That they just happen to look like a medical thing.
Has a plus?
Either that or
Swiss. Okay, what's Switzerland? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
okay.
I actually thought it was real fucking funny how when he was being harassed, I was like, boy, that's really convenient that you can just fucking get on a motorcycle like that and drive.
Here's the thing. I think for one, they're rich, so they might just be raised like, hey, we might have to deal with feds at some point. We're gonna be close to the border, and also it helps that in Europe in general, a lot of countries are just like right next to each other in a lot closer proximity than it would be like compared to like the United States. Because it'd probably be like, in you're a few villages over from Germany or from France, and I just hear it's a lot easier to travel between borders it is in Europe than it is here in the United States because we're just bigger geographically compared to them. So that could entirely be.
Yeah, I just thought it was real
Although,
funny.
honestly,
When he just fucking straight up just fly. He just gets his motorcycle and drives to Switzerland.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
That was an unexpected moment of comedy where he's just like he's coming up asking for the passport. He's like, "Hey, let me see your face." Yeah. And then he pops it up and he's like, "Hey, put your visor." And it's like you see him still wearing glasses and the helmet covers most of his face where you only see his eyes. And it's just like, and he's like, "I'm not too bothered about this shit. Just get out of here, go." And then off he goes.
Yeah, it's actually hilarious. Yeah, but actually, this was a good job. Like I said, I know nothing. Wait. Okay. Yeah, like.
There will be laughters and.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Yeah, like I knew nothing about this whole thing. Like it's actually just an insane story about this whole drama, right? Right.
Yeah.
And then finally, hey, no one else in the Gucci family is still in the Gucci empire.
I mean, considering the fact that I know she has her daughters, but I think
she has two children apparently.
Anybody else I don't. Are there any Gucci's in the world now? Because the way they did that, I don't know. It made it seem like it was very limited.
So
considering
he has 2 children, right? Right. So I assume those children are still alive, if anything. Right? Because let's see, if was it? They have to be. Boy, it doesn't fucking say when his kids were born. So with the 80s, right? So let's say this all happens right around like 1980s, right? They have to be at least be 50s.
Oh, okay. Well, no, we're Paolo Gucci also had.
Oh, okay, so he also had. Okay, yeah. Look, I'm going through these Wikipedia pages now, right? Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I guess there are still Gucci family members that are still alive, but they have no money from the Gucci brand.
I mean, yeah, probably. So, God. But anyway, do we have anything else?
No, I enjoyed this. It was actually a really good movie, you know.
Yeah. Again, I gave it a recommend.
Yeah, hey,
it's very good.
One of the better Ridley Scott movies, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, Last Duel is not unenjoyable. It's again, but we've said what we've said in the.
Yeah, I've no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. That whatever you're saying has not happened yet. You know, this is a timeline where that stuff hasn't happened yet, right?
Okay, sure. Anyway, yeah. I guess that's it.
All right, hey, look, stay tuned for House of Gucci Covenant, all right? Whenever that comes out.
Oh my God.
All right, there we go. That's how we're ending this video. All right, hey, look. Find out what happens next in the Gucci story in 2049. All right.
Just stop. Oh my. You know he hasn't even directed.
Oh, was he not involved?
That's just a sequel.
Was he even consulted on it?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe consulted, but like he wasn't really a part.
Was Ridley Scott not part of Blade Runner 2049 in any way?
Not too much. I wouldn't imagine so, if only because the fact that like you had Ridley Scott always saying he's a replicant, and in the and in the 2049 film they very much kept it vague. They don't even answer it. They just keep it vague in terms of just visual cues. Like you know how like Kay would smash through
according to this, Ridley Scott just said that movie was too long. I guess 2049 was too long. Huh.
Oh, like hell! Like compared to his shit, it was also pretty fucking long.
Okay.
His shit felt long too. This movie was fine. Look. God, it wasn't.
All right.
Felt appropriate. Anyway, whatever. I'm just we're just
talking about Ridley Scott stuff now at this point, man. All right. That's the video. Coronavirus is still a thing. Wash your hands, wear a mask, get your shots. The booster's a thing now. Okay, thanks. Bye.